So now students, so we have completed the three steps, that is preliminary screening, application bank and selection test. So after the selection test, those candidates who have successfully completed the three rounds, that is preliminary screening, application blank and selection test, those candidates who have completed successfully all the three rounds will move to the next round, that is final interview. Now from the word you all can derive final interview means it is the last interview, means it is the final uh, final round. So this final interview represents or sorts of portrays that this final interview will be held between the employer and the candidate. So this final interview is held between the employer and the candidate, and where the employer ask questions from the candidate related about the job related questions and the professional uh, job related questions. If a candidate, suppose they have done MBA from, and if a question coming from the management stream, so all these job related questions will be asked in the managerial round or the a final interview. And this interview happens between the employer or the panel of employer and the candidate, and then they ask questions regarding the job related question, general questions, GK questions, all general awareness, job related, and then their biodata or CV related questions, from what stream they are coming, what qualification they have. On the basis of that, they frame the question, they ask questions, and the candidate has to answer all the questions very much effectively and efficiently, without any hassle or without any taking too much time. So this final interview is a interview which is held between very what do you say, very a closed room, which should be very quiet and free from noise. So it is this final interview is held between a confined room, which comprises of a panel of employers, a panel of experts, the employer who asks question and the candidate. And it should be very much good ventilated room. It should be well hygienic, should be quiet and no noise should be there. And these sessions or these interviews last when this question they ask, the employer asks the questions from the job related questions and the general question. This question uh, elaborates that the employer wants to give a accurate and a detailed picture of the company, how the company works. So this final interview also reveals that the employer wants to wants to tell the candidate about the company's work, how the companies function, what are the company's purpose, what is its objective. And so the employer provides a clear and clarity picture about how the company works, what are the rules and regulations, the procedure, the policies, etc. And this exactly portrays the real picture, and so that it can give a very good outlook how the company works and functions. And then when the candidate passes the final interview round, so they are given a green signal that they will move to the next round, that is group discussion. In group discussion, the there is a team formed of there is a team formed which comprises of 8 to 10 members or more. So there are several teams formed which comprises of 8 to 10 members, and there are several teams A, B, C, D, E, F, etc. And there is a moderator in the room, and there are separate questions given to each team where the candidate has to take part. This group discussion is used because it is a very simple and useful technique and tool so as to analyze and judge the leadership ability of the candidate. Because nowadays it is very much useful, and it's very much commonly found in all the B schools, business schools such as IIMs and IITs. They have been given the group discussion round where they have to showcase and display their ability, their aptitude, their knowledge, etc. So a team is formed which comprises of 8 to 10 members, and a question is being given to them, and they have been told to showcase their ability, how much time they are communicating, how much time they are raising their views while they are going for the motion or against the motion. So the moderator notes all the things, that how many times the candidate is asking or raising, either is participating or not participating. So the moderator or the judge just jots it down, all the points about the candidate, whether he is participating or not, whether he is giving right answers or wrong answers. And this group discussion is done to find out and judge and determine the capabilities of a candidate, how much active is he, how much active the candidate, how much knowledge possesses he about, means how much knowledge does he possess, the candidate, how much knowledge does he possesses, and the various co-curricular activities, and the knowledge about the current affairs and the general knowledge, etc. Because there are certain times when the candidate has to work within a very current situation, an extreme difficulty situation. So it needs, the candidate needs to show some emotions. The temperament should be good and cool, calm, composed, because these are the qualities or the attributes which is needed by a candidate or employee. The candidate should be foresighted, they should have a very good vision, should have a good good intellectual and very good memory and memory retention, should be able to help others, should not lose his calm, and should be very much cooperative in nature. They should need to coordinate with the team members. So overall, group discussion is mostly and commonly used in this big multinational corporations. So because that candidates, those who do not get the time or do not get the freedom to showcase their leadership ability, this is the chance where they get the time and the opportunity to showcase and represent their leadership ability. They can come forth and put their views, what they think about the question. Either they can go for the motion or against the motion, how many times they participate, and the moderator or judge assess and analyzes the candidates ideas, and just analyzes their qualities and attributes. And after that, when this group discussion round is over, when the group discussion round is over, so out of the several teams which we formed, those candidates who have done very much good, they are having they have performed a very flawless performance, so they have been given a green nod and a green signal so that they can move to the next round. So after crossing this group discussion round, this is which is also involved in staff selection, they move to the next round, that is medical or physical examination. This is also a very vital round, because when a candidate passes through these several rounds, preliminary screening, application blank, selection test, final interview and group discussion, then they move to this medical or physical examination. It is very crucial and vital, because the company or the organization or the employer wants to ensure that the candidate who is going to work, who is going to render services in the organization or the company does not suffer from any illness or diseases, because if the employee already suffers from any illness or any diseases, so the company can suffer. So the company must want to ensure that he does not the candidate does not suffer from any diseases, and the candidate can work there without any hassle. So there are a panel of doctors who investigate and examines and assess the health of the candidate, be it your physical health, regarding the physical health of the body, whether they are suffering from any disease or deformities, etc., and regarding your mental, regarding any psychological thing. So the doctor examines, judges, and assess, and then the doctor gives a certificate that the candidate suffering from no disease, means that chronic disease, and so the doctor gives a certificate, and then the green signal or the green nod comes from the organization. Then the candidate can move to the next round, that is checking references. Now this checking references is also a very important part, because whatever data has been filled by the candidate in the application form or CV or biodata. CV means curriculum vitae. So whatever data they have put in about their name, address, parents' name, education qualification, telephone number, in this checking references, the candidate has to mention at least two responsible persons, so that the organization can call them. The organization or the employer calls that at least two responsible persons to cross check, to verify the information whether that candidate is a genuine or authentic and 100% original or not, whether the candidate is very good or not, whether the candidate has done the educational qualification not, means this serves as a very vital proof that the organization wants to cross check and verify that whatever the data has been provided by the candidates towards the organization side is very much genuine and authentic. So the organization calls the at least two responsible persons, either from telephone or from your written, from post letters and all. So this checking references is that the organization wants to call them and make it sure that all the things are in order and all the things are true. And if there any discrepancies or any errors are found or anything suspicious in found, then the candidate will not be selected. So this is very important, that checking references are mostly used in all the big organization, where the organization wants to ensure that the candidates who are being selected does not have any bad elements, does not have any past records which is of very bad. So the organization employer wants to confirm with at least two responsible persons which the candidate has mentioned in the biodata. So that is known as checking references. Now after the checking references, when the candidate has passed the checking references also, so if there is no suspicion, if there is no doubt, and the candidate has been given a green signal from the two responsible persons from the educational institutions and etc., then he moves to the next round, that is final approval. When the final approval comes, the organization and the employer give a final approval and final nod on the basis of these rounds, on the basis of the above rounds, such as selection test, final interview, group discussion. So on the basis of the above rounds, final approval is being given to the candidate. So the organization or the employer assesses all the qualities and the marks obtained by the candidates in all the rounds, in all the steps. So final approval is the last hurdle where the employer or the organization checks all the details minutely, scrutinizes the application, judges, evaluates their result, their marks scored, their all the verification is done, and they check all the rounds score and the quality of the candidate, and then they give a green nod or a signal that the candidate can be proceeded forward to the next round. And now we move to the next round, that is placement. That is which we consider as the last round. That placement means putting the right man at the right job. So the organization wants to ensure that the right man, the person who is having the desired qualification, the person who is having the right qualification is put into the right job. Means assigning the right man at the right job. Placement means putting the right candidate at the right job so as to utilize the resources very efficiently, effectively, and smoothly. If a organization puts a wrong person, so what the consequences will be? It will lead to wastage and depletion of resources, wastage of time, money, etc. So the organization wants that the right person or the right candidate is being placed or assigned at the right job so as to utilize the organization resources in a very optimal and feasible manner, so that all the things, all the resources are very much utilized to extract the most benefit out of it. So we have discussed all the steps in the selection procedure of a staff or personnel, starting from preliminary screening, application, blank, selection test, final interview, group discussion, medical or physical examination, checking references, final approval, and placement. So all the big organization follows all these pattern, follow all those steps, so that the right and the appropriate candidate is selected so as to ensure the organizational objectives are attained and the resources are very much optimally utilized to extract the benefit, and the individual or the candidate is satisfied and the organization is also satisfied. So these are all the steps which we have discussed. It is not that this is the order. In some organization these chronological order can change. This can move upward or this can move downward, but these are the steps which are being followed widely. So these are the steps which are followed very much widely and in practice in all the big organization where they select all the staffs. So listen to the audio clips and watch the entire video several times so as to grab the meaning and concept of it. And if you do have the book, please refer the book, watch the video entirely several times, read the book thoroughly several times to grab the meaning and concept of it. And then even if you face or any sorts of doubts or problems arises, you can revert back to me. You can definitely text me and I'll definitely respond to you, so I can solve your doubts as soon as possible.